Very good morning once again. So let's discuss question answers. It does not mean discussion means. What do you mean by discussion? Firstly, tell me that. When I will be speaking only, then it becomes a lecture. When you will be speaking along, then it becomes a discussion. So I want it to be a healthy discussion. Okay. So if I'll be naming you and then you can answer it. So don't hesitate. Even if you don't know the answer, you can make a guess. You can speak something. If you don't want to give, if you do not know anything, you can say, ma'am, I cannot answer this. Even at least speak that. So you have to be part of the discussion in any way. Clear? So everybody will get done, whether you are online child or offline, you have to speak. For what do you understand of Einstein's nature from his conversations with his history teacher, his mathematics teacher, and the head teacher? Fine. You can divide this question in 3 paragraphs. Fine. On the basis of first maths history teacher, then maths teacher, and head teacher. He had different relation with all 3 of them. So that will be the best way. Or you can do one thing, that you can write, you can say the overall impression which you get out of the conversation. But I guess first way is much better. Clear? So now you will be telling me, okay, starting from that side. Yes, Diksha, please stand up. Any one point you tell me that what do you learn about the nature of Albert Einstein when you see his relation with the history teacher? Annoying nature. Who's having annoying nature, teacher or the taught? Teacher is having annoying nature according to you. We are asking about what you learn about Einstein's nature out of the conversation. So we have to speak about what do you learn about Einstein about out of this conversation. कि आपको कैसा लगा Einstein? You have to tell that. Teacher के बारे में comment नहीं करेंगे. So I'll be writing, if your answer is correct, I will write that point on the board. Tell me. Mr. Braun asked a question, you remember? Fine. What did he say? Did he know the answer? No. He straight away said no. What does it show? Yes, this is it. Honesty. You said honesty. So this is the first trait. You have to think like that. Okay, rigid नहीं हो जाना एक चीज में. Honesty. So he was honest. Honest word you can use. Value points note down so you can develop an answer out of it. So first thing is he was honest. He did not mince the words. Oh, I want to say. No, he honestly said, I don't know the answer. Clear? And truthful also. That is also that such bolta tha wo. Honesty and truthfulness or honest. We are doing the traits of Albert Einstein. So we will be writing honest, truthful. I'm talking about first conversation with history teacher first. Fine, on the basis of that. On the basis of history teacher, he was honest, he was truthful. Sit down, please. Any other person who can give any other point? Yes, very good. Nidhi has given that it seems that he is innocent also. Has he been clever? He would have done the buttering of the teacher, or he would have done something else by appreciating the teacher, that you're so good teacher, you teach us so well. He never did that. He was straightforward, truthful, and honest, and he was innocent also. He was not that like other clever boys who used to, who can do anything for the sake of getting good marks. Yes, he was confident, that you can mention. So exchanges between Einstein and history teacher show that firstly Einstein is honest and truthful. Fine. And he admits his shortcomings frankly. That is the major thing. He admits his shortcomings very frankly. He never said, okay, I'm like this. He admitted whatever he was. Clear? So then we see his firm and well-defined opinions. Fine? Firm opinions. He was not shaky in his opinion. One moment he was saying he likes history, the other moment he was clear that he did not like history. He was clear that why he did not like history, because there is cramming of facts, when happened, what happened. He was interested in knowing why that happened. Fine. So he was having very firm opinion. Clear? Well-defined and firm opinions. Then clear vision, or you can say precise thinking also. At class +1, you cannot write he was a good thinker. Means it is like very, 6th, 7th class child is writing. You have to improve your vocabulary accordingly. Fine. So precise means accurate. Precise thinker, you can use the word, or a visionary also you can write. Clear vision also you can use. Precise means accurate thinker. He was precise in his thoughts. Criticizing nature, yes, you can write that also. Negative point about him. Then logical reasoning. He was very logical about why we are cramming the facts, rather than we should know why they were fighting. Clear? Logical reasoning. Then he showed the sparks of a genius at young age. Fine. And then I guess these points are enough for history teacher. Then we will switch on to his conversation with math teacher and what do we learn about him. Clear? So these points you can develop. Now you will not make points. Never make points in English number 1, number 2. I'm making point for your convenience that you need to develop upon it. And how to write long answers? Firstly, you will mention that find whatever is asked in the question. You will start from that only. That there are they have asked that what you have learned out of Einstein's nature from the conversations with his history teacher. So you can, rather than writing conversation between, you can start like exchanges between Einstein and history teacher projected many traits of his personality. Means आपने generalized सी line लिखनी है पहले. Fine. In that way, then you pick up one point and you take talk about the point, highlight it. जहाँ पे आपने honest word use किया, underline it. Truthful किया, underline it. Means this is the way to highlight that how many points they have mentioned, and give textual evidence side by side. Textual evidence means where from the text you can prove that ki whatever I have written is, this is the example of it. Clear? That is known as textual evidence. Okay, Jacqueline, please pay attention here. Okay, clear? That when you're writing exchanges between history teacher and Einstein shows that he was, you can say, we get to know about many traits of his persona or many traits of his personality or character. He was very honest and truthful, as give the example, as when teacher asked him the question, rather than mincing his words, he straight away said no. Fine. He did not answer the question. Fine. He was quite innocent also, as he did not show any sign of cleverness in front of the teacher. And then he had very firm opinion. When teacher asked him his idea of education, he expressed in very clear-cut manner. Fine. And that shows he was having precise thinking also. Clear? Who was not having any doubts about his thoughts. That's it. Now you will switch the paragraph. Second paragraph. Now we are going to have relationship of Einstein with the maths teacher. Yes, Jacqueline, you tell me. Did he have good relation with maths teacher or bad? What was the opinion of maths teacher about him? He is a brilliant child. Very good. So maths teacher had the opinion that he was a genius child. He was a brilliant child. Fine. So you can say that with the conversation of mathematics teacher with Einstein shows that Einstein was a genius, or you can say brilliant student. At a very young age, at a very tender age also, you can use the word TENDER. Clear? His maths teacher had a very high opinion of him. Fine. And what is the textual evidence, anyone? One dialogue teacher said. Yes, Sahajpreet. Yes, I can't teach you. Soon you will be teaching me. So you can, if you know the exact words, you can put it in the inverted commas. If you do not know the exact words, then we are not supposed to use inverted commas. Then you write in your own words. The teacher said that soon he will be able to teach him only. Fine, because he was such a genius or brilliant child. So that is a textual evidence. Teacher said, I can't teach you more, and probably you will soon be able to teach me. Clear? So teacher acknowledged the truth of his brilliance And he also made the point that you are ready to enter the college. You remember that also shows that Einstein was such a gifted child. Fine. Teacher, mathematics teacher, Mr. Koch, Koch. You should write the names also. You should, that reader or checker should know that you have the knowledge. You know the name of, what was the name of history teacher? Mr. Braun, Braun. Fine, then Mr. Koch is the mathematics teacher. Head teacher, they have not mentioned any name. They have used the word head teacher only. Clear? So in this, Albert himself said that I have learned all the maths they teach at school and a bit more. That also shows, you know, that he was such a learner, a good learner, that he was ready to learn all the time. Then we have third conversation with the head teacher. Yes, online children, you also better participate. Now I would like to ask Ishnur. Ishnur, you tell me, when conversing with the head teacher, Einstein's conversation with the head teacher, what does it show to us? Any trait of his personality? I ask you to unmute. Please participate. Are you there? It means you're not there. Japanpreet, Ishnur has not given answer. I won't be marking you present if you are not giving me answer. If you do not know the answer, unmute and say, ma'am, I'm not prepared. I don't know the answer. At least say that. Japanpreet, any point? Conversation with head teacher, what does it show? You just speak only. I'm not asking you to switch on the videos. Just speak, and that is clear that you're listening. So Jacqueline, Japan and Ishnur के circle डाल देना है attendance पे आज. Ishnur and Japanpreet, they have not responded. Any other? Khyati, let me check that today only. Yes, she is there.
Ma'am, as the headmaster told Einstein that he was being expelled, Einstein was too tempted to tell him that what he thinks about the education system, but he controlled himself. This tells us that
what does it show about his personality? He controlled himself.
That he had self-control over himself.
Yes, very good, Khyati. You can mute yourself. So this is it. With the head teacher, he had conversation. Head teacher told him, with the only conversation he had with the head teacher, when he called him and told him that you are being expelled from the school. At that moment, Albert felt like telling him that he was also not, you know, getting along with the system. But he controlled himself. That shows that he had patience. He had power to control his emotions. Fine. A balanced personality. Clear? Though he did not speak anything wrong to the head teacher. So that shows is another trait, that he addressed his teachers respectfully and he answered at the last. You can mention that. So on the whole, we can say that he was quite an honest, truthful and respectful towards his teachers. Clear? So that is the, we have done the post-mortem of the trait. So this is the way how to do it. You have to think. ठीक है, जो जंग लगा हुआ है इसको ऐसे रिमूव करना है. Today you all are speaking. Why to hesitate? Why to hesitate? Fine. If wrong ho jayega, so what? You should build confidence. When you move to higher education system, there you see that competition. People from different cities and different places. You go to metro city, Delhi and Bombay, you will see a competition. Children of your age, they are so clever, so smart. Ideas are ready. Give them any topic, they're ready to speak. Why? Because they are confident. They try to speak, at least they try to participate. It's not about that you should participate. You should speak at least. Fine. So then only you realize, ki, where do I stand? Let's do the next question. The school system often curbs individual talents. Discuss. You know, whenever I'm taking online tests, though I'm checking it, but I know that the way you have done it, most of you, it's very easy to find the answer and to copy paste it. Fine. There are very rare children जिसमें novelty, originality नजर आती है, and that stands out. पता लग जाता है कि बच्चे ने खुद लिखा हुआ. Fine, rather than for the sake of doing nahi karna hai humne, clear, but to save the period we have done that, otherwise I would have taken in the class only. So school system often curbs individual talents. So firstly you have to discuss your viewpoint, and then you have to, within 2-3 lines, it does not mean you will write one paragraph of your thinking. You will write 2-3 lines that what do you think about a school system often curbs individual talents. Curbs means stops, that we keep on stopping the individual. Everybody is talented. One person is good artist, the other is good speaker. The third one is very good at technology. The fourth one will be good in cooking. Fifth one is good in any other singing ability. So everybody is having some hidden talent, some individual talent. What we need is, we need to, extract out of the students. Gandhi ji ne education ki definition pata kya di thi? That true education is to draw out the best in human beings. It means he's saying that already everything is present, we need to draw it out. And draw out ka technique jo hai, that is in the hand of teacher, education system. Why not only teacher, the whole system. So they are saying education system often curbs individual talent. Discuss. So yes, Drishti, now you speak. What do you say about it? Do you believe that education system often curbs individual talent? This is my word. You cannot, you give your opinion. You cannot copy paste what I'm saying. I'm saying that, do you believe that education system, what we are going through today, is good? Or the education system in which Albert Einstein was studying, was it good according to you? Let's talk about that system. What was bad in that? So rather than appreciating, he was being, yes, expelled from the school. He was being rejected by the teachers. He was being scolded by the head of the institute. If the head of the institute is being sarcastic with him, then what we can expect from the rest of the system? So the head should be good enough. Fine. So head, whatever teacher explained to the head, he followed blindly. He should have checked that talented student, fine, that whether he is intelligent enough or not. So Albert, firstly will say that yes, education system often curbs individual talents because every child is different. Every child has one or the other talent which need to be drawn out of him, which need to be polished by the education system. If we will curb it, if we will snub the child, S-N-U-B, snub the child, he will not grow. Fine. If we keep on snubbing the child, he will not grow. So firstly, we will start like that. Okay. And then in the chapter, Albert Einstein at school, he spent 5 miserable years. Fine. In a school, and he was not at all happy with his, you can say, conversations with the teachers. It was quite visible that his talent was being curbed. He was very good in mathematics and science. He kept on reading books on zoology, but teachers never noticed his talent except maths teacher, Mr. Coach. Fine. So there is need that there should be reformation of education system. Reformation is big change is required. Fine. Reformation of education system is the need of the hour. Clear? Most of the students, they can pass the exam by cramming. You can mention that also. So cramming can be done by anyone, but understanding should be there. Creative ideas should be explored. That should be appreciated. So that is the true education system. Whatever definition Albert in the chapter he has given, that is true. Clear? Parrot-like learning or rote learning should be avoided. You remember that Elsa said that it is very easy, parrot-like, you have to learn and you have to mug up the information and you can pass. Any idiot is passing, you can also pass. Elsa is the cousin of Albert. So you will give textual evidence from the chapter only. Clear? So the teachers and authorities insist on discipline. History teacher insists on cramming the facts. Head teacher was, you can say, follower of rules and discipline first. He did not notice. He was, so engrossed. Engrossed matlab involved. Fine. He was so engrossed in the, you can say, teaching discipline to the student that he forgot that the student is so talented in maths and science. So this is the true example that how an intelligent and brilliant student like Albert Einstein was snubbed, his talent was stopped there. He could not get along with the system, and finally he was expelled from the system. Fine. So rather than being appreciated. So this is it in this chapter. Clear? All the textual evidence. So last question, how do you distinguish between information gathering and insight formation? Very important. Firstly, we should understand what is information gathering and what is insight formation. Fine. I am spending much time on these three questions because these three questions carry n number of questions in it. Clear? So what is, this is one term, insight formation, and this is information gathering. I give you one project. I have given you one project. Fine. NEP, features of NEP. What you will be doing? You will be surfing the net. You will be searching data. What is NEP? What are the features of NEP? How it is applicable to students and all. You will make a file. What is that? Information gathering. Anybody can do that. Fine. And if education system is dependent upon that, I told you, and at last when I was discussing the project, I said that yes, definitely to get the knowledge of NEP, you have to read. It doesn't mean information gathering is not allowed. Yes, you need to gather the information, but you should not, copy paste the things. I told you that original ideas will be appreciated. Originality and creative work should be there in your project. Fine. Insight formation. Formation is you're making it. Fine. Insight is your own ideas, your own creativity, your own imagination. Insight, the system which will evoke your soul, which will evoke your ideas, that is insight formation. Fine. I draw out the best. Abhi maine aapko bataya. Fine. To draw out the best already present in you. Everybody is intelligent, but you should have your independent thinking. What is good for you? What is bad for you? See, at what a young age, Albert was able to find out that this institute is not meant for me, where they are just going for rote learning and cramming. They are not letting me fly with my own wings. And he was, everybody has wings to fly. Anybody can go, but the area is different. Some students are good in arts also. Arts is not a bad subject. Some are good in sciences, some are good in commerce. So we should choose accordingly whatever we are good at. Clear? So insight formation, jahan pe hoegi, that is good education system. Information gathering is part of insight formation. Yes, you have to gather information, but you should not stop here. You should reach to that level, higher level. Tabhi maine usko upar likhe. Clear? So they are saying now, question is, how do you distinguish between information gathering and insight formation? Now, in context to the chapter, मुझे बताओ information gathering की example क्या है? Textual evidence. Yes, very good, Divnu. History. When did the Battle of Waterloo? He asked the question. That is information gathering. So he was saying, why to gather the information? Why to cram? Okay, gather it, but why you are cramming it? Why that battle was fought? That is insight formation. Clear? So this is the example or textual evidence. Learning the dates of battles, note down some points. Learning the dates of battles or the details about victorious armies and facts, etc. is called information gathering. Fine. So these are the details of information gathering. These details are actually part of knowledge. Fine, these information is required. These informations are part of knowledge which are content based. Fine, only they will be providing you content. So there is no point in spending years of precious years of learning and information gathering only. If you are spending 5 years at a particular course, then you will be going after +2, you will be going to different branches of sciences. Fine. So when you are just gathering the information only, you're not applying your own knowledge, you're not logical thinking, you're not applying, then there is no use of that. So this is what they are trying to convey here. So there is no point in spending precious years of student life on information gathering, because dates and facts are already written in the books. All the facts are mentioned in the books. Clear? So in short, we can say learning without understanding is information gathering. In short, you just write down the keyword learning without understanding. That is called information gathering. This is learning without understanding. Now let's talk about insight formation. If I give you one example, case study, that a child, a 14-year-old child, fine, is not able to do well in exams. Fine, he scored 30 in maths, he scored 32 in sciences, and 40 were required, and he failed. Fine, and if you keep on writing that data only, that is information gathering. If you start thinking why that child failed, what happened to him, in that case study, if you think that why that child is not, you go to the root cause, then you try to solve that problem so that that child is improving day by day. Fine, you know how to analyze the problem. Fine, you know how to, if I say, okay, one child, please stand up and conclude the whole chapter. Conclusion is not written in the chapter, you know that. Conclusion is not written. If you give me 2-3 beautiful lines, man, this is the message of the poem. It means you have the insight formation. But if you mug up the same information written 2 chapters, jo likha hua samne se bol diya, that is information gathering. So the person who has insight formation, that person can be able to critically analyze the thing, that what is good and what is bad, what is logical, what is illogical. Fine, that will be able to differentiate between the information gathering and all. So analyzing the facts, knowing the causes that led to certain incident, analyzing the facts, comma, understanding the causes that led to a certain incident, such as why the war was there. He said, na, why they were fighting. Fine, in the Battle of Waterloo. That is the example of insight formation. Okay. So it gives a clear perception, clear vision. Insight formation is clarity of thought, clarity of vision. Vision means आपको clear है आपके ideas, कोई doubt नहीं है. That is insight formation. Clear? Such knowledge in this beta logical. Another point is, if you get this question, you should have points. Logical reasoning increases in this. In this, there is no logical reasoning. Fine, logical reasoning is increasing in insight formation, but there is no logical reasoning in information gathering. Insight formation makes us think and interpret the things. Fine, in this, we think, we analyze, we try to conclude, we try to interpret. आपको questions आते हैं ना paper में, analyze the data and give answers. Compare and contrast two following points. अगर हम सीधे ही बोलते हैं write the answer of this, that is not in that way. That is in MCQs, we have different MCQs. If I ask you who's the poet of this poem, example is information gathering. Fine. Pick out the correct theme of the poem out of the 4 options though. Okay, then you know, okay, this is the correct theme, insight formation. So when you know how to interpret the thing, how to apply logical reasoning, that is your insight formation. I hope it is clear to you. It makes us think only. Insight formation makes us think, and specifically it makes us think logically. Now additional questions, beta. We have time. Bell hone wali hai वैसे ना. Yes, online children, is it clear? Send me the feedback. Jaldi se, I'm just checking whether you are listening. Mitali is there. Kathy is there. Manjot is there. Fine. Okay, beta. Have a nice day.